Well, good afternoon, councillors, executive staff and other staff, and those who are watching online to the 7th of April Planning, Environment and Development Committee meeting. Started at 4:05 p.m. The first item on the agenda is present and apologies. We have apologies from Councillor John Campbell, Councillor Murray O'Keefe, and there is a leave of absence for Councillor Jamie Chaffey. Do we have any other apologies? We have the Director of Community Services, Cole Foreman, and the Director of Infrastructure Services, Jeremy Barton. Would someone like to move that those apologies and approved leave of absence be accepted? By Councillor Moses, seconded by Councillor Swain. All those in favour? Against? Carried. The second item on the agenda is declaration of interest. Do we have any declaration of interest? There being no declarations of interest, then we move on to the next item, which is item 3, report of the Director of Planning and Infrastructure Services. Item 3.1, which is the only item on our agenda today, application to modify development consent number 2020-82.002, amendment to development plans to create 4 tenancies within the approved hardware and building supplies building, amended vegetation with improved landscaping plan, amended extent of internal bitumen and concrete slab behind the building, and introduced staging plan 3 stages, lot 459 DP 755503 and lot 2 DP 7684-125-147 Matthias Road, Gunnedah. And I hand over to the Director of Planning and Environmental Services, Mr. Johns, to outline the recommendation.
Thanks, Mr. Deputy Mayor. Councillors, this development initially was before you at the February ordinary meeting. Shortly after the approval, the applicant has sought a modification to that application. And as the Deputy Mayor pointed out, it's at 125.47 Matthias Road. The changes that are included include the addition of staging, which wasn't in the initial application, the addition of a tenancy into the main building on the site, and some changes to the driveway surface, and also some changes in landscaping, which is predominantly going from trees to hedges. The recommendation is for approval. Council should also note that the applicable modification was notified in accordance with our community participation plan and received no submissions.
Thank you, Mr. Johns. I call for a mover of the motion.
I move the motion of a couple of questions.
Thank you, Councillor Hassan. The seconder, Councillor Swain. Councillor Hassan.
Mr. Johns, I was looking at I found reading the parking spaces are a little bit confusing, but my understanding is that there were 20 required for the original approval, and then stage 1 has an extra 1, and then stage 2 an extra 18, and stage 3 an extra 28, making up an extra 47, so it's a total 67 as the end.
Through Mr. Deputy Mayor, I think my understanding is that's correct. There's ample, well in excess of the required parking has been provided, was proposed to be provided.
And my second question relates to the issues of safety. There's any reference, I sent some reference to safety of the public, etc. How does this operate where there's a stage development? How does the construction take place and safety assured of those undertaking the construction as per the different stages? If you've got operational businesses operating within the stages as they progress, how is that ensured?
Mr. Deputy Mayor, my understanding is that they will have to provide hoarding or separate construction areas from operational areas at the time. That's a fairly common thing that happens in developments where you might have an extension to an existing shop industrial shed. It's a fairly common occurrence.
Thank you.
Do I have a councillor who wishes to ask a further question or speak against the motion? Councillor Swain.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I just wanted to make a quick question to the director. The changing of the I'm trying to think of the trees to the hedging. Apparently the trees run underneath power lines, so that was the idea of having the hedging instead.
Yeah, through you, Mr. Deputy Mayor, that's my understanding as well. There are power lines at the front of that entire front of that development, and hedging will provide a nice solid screen at a low level where a tree potentially screens the top of the building rather than the bottom of the building. So I think it's a positive outcome.
Thank you, Mr. Johns. So any further questions or comments before I put the motion? Then I put the motion. All those in favour? Nobody against, so the motion is carried unanimously. And that concludes business for the Planning and Environmental Services meeting today. Thank you very much for your attendance. I call the meeting closed at 11 minutes past 4.